Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Amy and I'm going to be doing my August wrap up. I read a total of 5 books in August, all of them being fairy lit books because that was my goal in August, was to read a massive chunk of all my fairy lit books that I've consumed over the past 3 years. So I did most of them, did 5, very proud of myself. I did most of them with one of my best friends who also had all of them, and some I didn't read with her because she'd already read them and wanted me to read them. So the first one that I read was This Vicious Grace by Emily Feed. I think that's how it's said. It's about a girl and she has all these powers like from these gods that were gifted to her when she was little, and then she gets sent to this place. She's not allowed to know who her family is, and she has to basically pair up with someone else to get rid of all these like creatures from another god, and she can only touch them. If she touches anyone else, she'll kill them basically. And yeah, it was a really good, I mean, it wasn't good, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the romance in it because it was a bodyguard romance, and the things that like sometimes that like male characters, like they're lifting of their chin when they're feeling sad because for some reason he's the only one that can touch her. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I'm not going to tell you, so spoilers. And I'm really excited for the next one. The next one is going on sale this month in September with Fairy Loot, and I'm really excited to hopefully get it and read the next one. So that was that one. And then I buddy read this one with my best friend Holly because we are both doing an alphabet challenge and we needed a V. So we done Violet Made of Thorns, and it was a low star. So I gave it 3 stars, but it would have been lower if it wasn't for the last couple of chapters. No word of a lie. We were on FaceTime reading it at 12:30 at night together just to see what was happening, and most of the time we were like, oh my god, look what's going on, why is this, what's going on? So basically you've got this girl called Violet, and she's like a seer, but she is not a seer. She is, so she's only ever had like 1 prophecy, but the king makes her lie about things, and I really can't remember much of it, to be honest. I need to try and recap myself whenever I do these, but she is quite a short one as well, and she basically has to, oh, it's really hard to explain without giving any spoilers. So obviously they've got Prince Cyrus, who is, I'm not going to lie, he's a bit dreamy in this, but it's about their romance really and how they become to like each other, but then they hate each other at the beginning, so it's like a proper like hate to love, and they yeah, and it's a standalone as well, which is odd because when you read it and you finish it, it doesn't feel like a standalone, but it is. So yeah, it was a good book, but I mean, I did like it, but I didn't love it. But yeah, so that was that one, and obviously I read it with Holly, and then we then read this one. We were putting it off for years. I got it in like my first lots of fairy tale books, and I saw quite a few people read it and not like it, and then some people did like it, and that is Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. This was my book of the month. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. So you've got a girl and a boy, and the boy is to do with like royalty, and he's like in hiding. You find that quite early on in the book, and she has magic, but it's like forbidden and no one knows she's got magic, and they come together, and there's like a sword, and there's like revenge, and it's like destiny. And I mean, the romance isn't as like big in this, and we didn't really watch it for the we didn't really watch it, sorry. We didn't really read it for the romance. It was more the plot of this entire book was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I will be recommending this book. I've already recommended it to my boss, and he likes these kind of books, and he's already downloaded it, and I think he's downloaded it, but I don't really know if he has or not. But I'm always recommending him books. I'm literally like, oh, I've read this one, you might like it. Oh, you've read this one, you might like it. And then he recommends stuff to me. So that was that one. Really enjoyed it. Then we both read this one, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad because I really wanted to love it, and I just didn't. I gave it 2 stars. I'm so sorry if anyone does love this series. Don't come at me. It was boring. And yep, it was just boring. And then the ending is a trope I absolutely hate. Hate it. That's a strong word. Sorry. But I do. I really don't like the trope at the end. And that is Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan. I mean, it's a very gorgeous edition. But I've not really got much to say about it, to be honest. I just didn't like it. I gave it 2 stars. So, I think I put my phone on 2x5 speed just to get through it, because I was just like, come on. I mean, the love triangle was even in the first book as well. So if you've read the first book, you'll know about the 2 love interests, and I like a bad boy, so I always wanted her to get with the bad one anyway. I'm not telling you who she ends up with, because that'll spoil it, whether she ends up with any of them at all. I don't know. You don't know. But yeah, I'm really sorry, but I really just didn't like this one whatsoever. Sorry about that. My 6-year-old decided to come downstairs with his tablet and wanted to come sit with Mummy while I was doing my first ever video. Bless him. I'll send him back upstairs and I'll come down in a minute. So the last book that I read in August was also another one that I put off for ages. And again, my best friend Holly kept telling me to read it. So I did. And that is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lynn, which is also one of my favourite books. And I was a bit bored to begin with. It took me a couple of chapters to get into it, but I ended up absolutely loving it. I loved the fact that she had a bowl on her head for like the most of the book and didn't actually know who she was. So she is a princess. She has 6 brothers, and they get turned into cranes because they're cursed, and then obviously she's cursed, and then she's not allowed to speak. And then she basically has to break the curse, and then she gets help from a sentinel who is obviously a prince from like another district, another like castle, and they basically have to work together. But obviously he doesn't know who she is, and it's quite brilliant that he doesn't know who she is, because if he did, then obviously it'll be a bit weird. But then there's so many like twists and plot twists, and it's like, oh my god, I thought they were the bad person and they weren't the bad person, and then that's the nice person, but then they ended up being the bad person. And obviously I don't want to tell you who and who is, because obviously it will give it away, but I am now intrigued. I've just ordered the prequel for this one from Fairy Lou, and then me and my friend are gonna try and read the next one, which is The Dragon's Promise. And I really love the dragon, not gonna lie. He's quite funny. He's got green hair. I mean, he is actually, if I just show you quickly, there he is. He's got green hair and horns because he's a dragon. And he is quite funny. So I'm hoping, and you don't really see him much in this book, but I'm hoping we'll see more of him in the next book, because obviously it's the Dragon's Promise, and obviously this one, he went away for a little bit, but it was really, really good. And all the books that I don't expect to like, I always end up liking more than I thought I was going to like them. So yeah, I really, really love this one. Okay, so that's all the books I read in August. I read a total of 5 books, and the total pages that I read in August was 2,149. And it was quite a chunk, so, I mean, it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. And obviously look at all the edges. They are quite good. So yeah, so they're quite heavy as well. So that was my August wrap up. Bear with me just 1 second. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Yes, so I read 2,149 pages, which is quite hard, especially it was summer holidays, and I have 3 children. One you keep hearing coming downstairs because he constantly wants food, even though I feed him. But he's back to school on Monday, so I won't get as many interruptions as I do when they're at home. That's why I've started this channel now in September, but obviously I wanted to get my August wrap up out there first. Right, okay then, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it, and put a book emoji in the comments if you made it to the end. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!